Hello guys, welcome back to another King Talks episode. Now, last episode, the likes were fantastic. I did mention that above 10% likes was a good video. It got over 20% likes. I haven't seen that sort of likes in a very long time. And the sheer amount of the likes was sort of rivaling my Let's Play episodes. So it really shows me that you're enjoying them. I'm very glad you like to listen to me. So they will be continuing, definitely. And also, you enjoyed the QA a lot. Now, if you have more questions to ask, anything at all, any sort of discussion points, anything interested in me talking about, I would love to do another Q&A video. So if you have any questions you want to ask, list them in the comments, and I'll get to them next time. Hopefully we get a nice number of comments, we can make a whole video on it. So, next point is the last week or so, I've been spending a lot of time looking at the live streaming stuff for YouTube, trying to work it out, trying to make sure that it works, playing with it, adjusting it, keep testing it. So I spent a long time getting that to a point which I'm happy with it. And also, from the last people that saw the last few little live streams, should have fixed my frame rate issues from that. I spent a good number of hours last night actually on the phone to various people providing my internet. And complaining about certain things and getting things organised, and they're sending out a person to come and check the internet, the actual physical location, this weekend, so hopefully something might change by then. So yeah, trying to make the best of the rest of the time I have this technically good internet, which I'm paying a lot of money for, and not quite getting my service that I was requesting to begin with. Let's just go for that. So today, the title, we'll get onto this. We're talking about gaming morals, in specific morals in Minecraft. Now, this sort of thing that a lot of people may not really understand, I guess, but hopefully you hear me out and you get where I'm coming from, so you can understand the way in which I'm talking in my Let's Play episodes, because some people were a little bit confused of how I was talking about some things. So a moral, if you don't know the younger audience, just for future reference, when I say younger audience, I mean under 18. And older audience are above 18. That's how I split them, that's how I think of them. So morals are just the way you conduct yourself, sort of values you install in what you do, sort of boundaries you give yourself. It slips a little bit into ethics as well, but mainly it's just morals are just your own personal rules of how you should act, how you should do things, what's acceptable and what isn't. So me defining it like that, we carry on with that. So I've played a lot of games before this, and all the games I've ever played, to be honest, most games I've played are always sort of large online games. So I spent 3 years playing Trouble Wars. Now, you may have heard of that or not. It's a relatively small game compared to most of these things. I played it very early on in the actual development and all that. That's a real-time game, and basically it's a gigantic chessboard, and it's a real-time game. And eventually one group of people win because they take the most pieces as such. I guess it's the simplest way to explain it for you guys if you don't know what I'm talking about. And that lasted 3 years as a real-time game. 3 years. Now, I said before, I do something and I'll do it for a long time. So games I pick up, I will play them until the end, until I beat them. And that took 3 years to beat. Now, the point I'm making with that is that I played a lot of games where there are very strict rules, especially in multiplayer. So when we go to morals, I would say it's immoral to do anything in a multiplayer game which gives you an unfair advantage over other people. So things like using programs or macros, or I guess people would these days just say hacks, to take an unfair advantage off or over other people. Sort of things that a human can't physically do, so sort of things in Minecraft you get auto-clicking, sort of map-making tool kind of things, auto-clicking, script writing, and that sort of thing. They're doing things that a human can't do themselves, or people are doing instead of doing it themselves. And for me, that is against my game morals, and I won't use any of these script things. I don't use macros in Minecraft. I don't do any of that. I've played a lot of games where if you did macros for anything, you would be picked up and banned for it just straight off. So I've always been growing up with it's a bad thing to do. And especially when it comes to Minecraft, the whole fact when you're building something, it's achievement for building it. If you're building it with the aid of X, Y, and Z, it's not so much achievement, especially for me. I just wouldn't enjoy it as much, so it kind of destroys the game's value for me. And we'll go on to something I mentioned in my last Let's Play. So I was talking about how I thought the spirit of the game was killing withers. No, I thought using glitches and things was against the spirit of the game. Now some people didn't understand what I meant by that, and I get some genuinely good comments and saying concerned, saying I'm doing this trick, is that cheating? This is a sandbox game, people. There is no cheating at all. None of it. Doesn't matter whatsoever. There is no rules in this game. You can do whatever you want. But the way I have my morals is set that I will only do certain things which I think is intended in the game. So it comes down to things like bug abuse. So if something is found in a game which is not intended by the actual developer, and you're using it for a reason to be an advantage to yourself, either with personal wealth, I guess in this example you'd be like duplicating items and such, or doing other tricks which makes things different to what they're intended. So it comes down to the wither example. It's a really good example there, because the wither, when it was introduced, was people wanted more challenge in the game, sort of more achievements. So they said, here is a new really strong boss. He's unfarmable because he has these block breakers. Let's get him out of traps and things. So he's a real proper boss. You need to prepare yourself. You need to have really high enchanted armor and everything else, and have fun. Take some friends and do it. Really sort of add an extra proper boss to the game. And then when people keep deliberately searching for tricks and bugs and bits they missed in the codes and such to let them take advantage of withers, so that some things with them, they are fun to see in principles and creative worlds and things like cobble farms and that sort of thing. Wither is an interesting concept, but it's not what withers were intended by It's not what withers were intended to do when they first introduced into actual Minecraft by Mojang. So throughout the time they've actually introduced the wither, they've been keep going through steps of removing bugs and glitches and things people were doing to kill it easy. And things like getting them stuck in minecarts, getting them suffocating, that sort of thing. They've been removing them as they can. And there are a couple of things with the wither that you can still kill it very easy, which they can't really remove because things like bedrock and such, it's not really something they can get around, not at the moment anyway, in the current thinking. And they're doing that just to take advantage of a bug and things and do it in the way in which it wasn't intended is against what I believe in for a game. I wouldn't have fun for it. For me, it wouldn't be an achievement. You don't gain anything out of it. It's kind of, you killed it using a bug, so what? It kind of devalues the actual task of doing it. You kind of look at your stuff saying, I've got a nether star here. Doesn't mean anything. It wasn't, I didn't have to work for it. It wasn't an achievement. It was just stuff. So it kind of just makes the game less of an experience, I guess. Detracts from the whole thing. That's what I don't like. I don't appreciate that sort of thing, and that would make me play the game less and enjoy it less, because it kind of, I could just do this trick and do that instead. But yeah, anything that comes around, so either by physical things like computer aided stuff, macros, different ways of doing stuff, mostly macros probably in actual Minecraft, different launchers and such to take advantage of different tricks and things like that, using mods and such. They're really, especially with mods, if they change the gameplay, auto switching, auto this, auto that, if they change the actual experience of the game, either giving you advantage over your surroundings, so like killing monsters or something, or against other players, so especially when you do PvP, anything that gives you advantage over other people is unfair, just flatly unfair, and it's not in the spirit of the game. It's not fun. I play PvP against other people to have fun. I don't play to win. If I played a match of nail and you win in the first minute, because that does happen, the first minute or two, that's not how I want to play a game. Yep, you won, but that's not an achievement. You don't fight for it. You didn't earn it. It's not very fun. So when it comes down to PvP and such, having a good game and having fun is what I play it for. I don't play it to win, because straight up winning, no, it's all relative. You can win a good game and you can just win nothing. It's still a win, but I don't really score things like that. So we go on to what makes you good at Minecraft. Now this is a question I thought to myself, and to be honest, I don't have the perfect answer, and I don't know if anyone will at all, but I want to know your opinions on this. Now, what makes you good at Minecraft? Now, a lot of people will sit there and say, this person is good at Minecraft. Can you tell me why they're good at Minecraft? Now, what is it which makes someone good at a game? Is it knowledge? Is it play style? Is it fun things they find to do in it? Is there different ways of doing stuff they know that is interesting? Now, what is it which makes people good at Minecraft? Now, a lot of games comes down to, if you're good at PvP, then you're good at the game. If you're good at doing training or something, then you're good at that. There's different ways of doing stuff in all sorts of games, but this is basically, if you're good at finding out tricks in adventure maps, is that good at the game? Map making, is that good at the game? No, what is being good at Minecraft? How do you define being good at Minecraft? I'll tell you how I define it myself in the current mindset I have with Minecraft. So what I've been really enjoying is going through learning the best way to do things. So that's getting the actual knowledge of how things work, understanding why they work. Now that's okay for knowledge, but that's not saying you're good at the game. Anyone could sit there and learn some information, especially in schooling and such. It's easy to learn information. It's another thing to apply it and know how to apply it and how things change because of what you do. So a lot of things that people would sort of follow a farm tutorial or something like that and just accept that is everything you can do for it, that is how you do it and everything else. I prefer to give across and stipulate reasons why things work, the constraints that are upon it, try and educate the person on the best way in theory to do things, or give people ideas and enable people to go off and do something completely individual themselves, have fun, learn how it works, and actually sort of increase their knowledge of the game. And that's what I think being good at the game is. So if you can pick out things like a farm or such, and just replicating a farm is easy, making it different to your own needs, tailoring it, changing how it works, playing with it like that, knowing how you can adapt a farm is being good at a game. No, I'm definitely a farm person. So you pick out one of my farms I show you and you do it a different way. That's brilliant. Love to see that sort of thing. It's really imaginative how it goes, especially on a community side. If everyone does the same thing over and over again, then nothing progresses and the game starts to go stale. And if it starts to go stale, people don't want to play it at all. Now, Minecraft, if it wasn't multiplayer, kind of showing off to people, being able to see other people's stuff, I'll probably get bored very, very quickly. But it's the fact that people can keep innovating, finding new ways to do stuff, sharing it with people, working on things together. That is fun. That's a lovely community thing to have. And I've always played games which have a huge community in them, and it's really nice to be a part of. And that's why I play games. I don't play these games for sort of a short burst of fun and walk off somewhere else. I have other games I do for that. This game's, especially Minecraft as well now, it's all about the community, being able to do stuff and show people things. And especially in my King designs, I've really been enjoying filming them because I managed to strip them down to how I think about stuff, saying these are the minimum specifications of the things I can think of, this is how I would do it, but there are a whole list of these things you could change, and you might change this if you wanted this kind of thing, and give you a load of principles of a farm which are kind of the standard things, so the properties of what you're going to do. So maybe for the gold farm, things like things to consider, other mobs and such, just to keep in mind, sort of educate you, and then enable you to go off, do your own thing, and enjoy it. And that's really what people should be doing on YouTube, I guess. Shouldn't be saying this is the only way to do it, because if you'll do the same thing for ages, it gets boring, like I said. So I'd love to know what you guys think about that, because it's a really interesting topic. So another thing I want to say about is, leading on from that I guess, is how I've been changing my play style on YouTube. So I've quite strongly said quite a few times, I am not someone who will churn out videos for the sake of churning out videos. It's not what I'm here for. I'm not earning a living off of this. I'm not earning much money at all off of this. This is for fun. This is taking a lot of my free time, about 99% of my free time actually at the moment, doing YouTube stuff, building up things, presenting it, taking hours to know how to present it to you guys so you'd enjoy it. And the aim is to, at the moment, sort of try and educate people and show people what you can do in the 1.5, 1.6, because a lot of people kind of got a bit mind blocked by things like hoppers and all the new sorting systems and new ways of moving stuff, things like that. And I do feel like the community needs a little help, and I think I can help contribute to the pulling through into the 1.5 era, because 1.5 is such a huge change in everything. The storage systems changed, logistics changed, all sort of redstone stuff changed, and a lot of people that have, especially big servers and such, which kind of were here for a long time, generally they don't like to have a new world or go back to scratch or rebuild things. They kind of keep going, kind of the, I've done this already, I don't really need to go and rebuild it in a new design. It kind of works as it is, it's okay. And what I feel like a lot of big servers are they've really fallen behind, and the people that are earning a living off YouTube should be trying to show people the same, this is a new update, this is, you know, the cool things you can do with it, and we're moving forward with it. But it seems like a lot of the big servers have gone stale, kind of got stuck in their old ways, and a lot of people have lost motivation for playing, kind of sort of the, I need to rebuild everything again to make it sort of up to date, and that's a lot of effort, and they just don't want to do that anymore. That's why it took me a big, huge, strong step to take a new Let's Play on this, and I've been enjoying it immensely. So I'm very, very glad I did that. So yeah, my playstyle is basically trying to teach people and just showcase people, or showcase to people, the new possibilities you can get in 1.5 and plus, what you can do with them, how has it changed things, and just trying to let people have fun, because a lot of people kind of got stuck at 1.5 and said all these new crazy stuff, don't know how they work, hoppers, don't know really what you do with them, and sort of got a bit scared of the updates, I guess. I don't know, sort of didn't enjoy it as much, kind of feel like they're throwing a bit of FTB that they didn't want to play, kind of stuff. Anyway, I really tried to, in my videos, I don't want to do tutorials anymore as such, because there are so many different parts of Minecraft now. Things like, there's some bits that I don't know everything about Minecraft, I hold my hands up there, compared to a lot of these people. I haven't played Minecraft for a very long time. It's been just over a year for me. I haven't played it since alpha, I haven't played it since beta. I haven't, and I'm very, very honest with all that. I don't have all the answers. For some things I have a lot of the answers, things like spawn chunks and such. I know a lot about that. If you search spawn chunks into Google, my things will come up straight away. On YouTube they come up as official search results and all that, because I spent a very long time finding out the information and presenting it in such a way that hopefully people would be able to understand. And that sort of thing takes a lot more courage to do than just spitting out videos, I guess. So I want people to be able to enjoy how the game changes and enable people to make informed decisions and sort of be able to take something that I've done, even though I may not have done my actual design in the end exactly how I said it would at the beginning. I may list through sort of efficient ways of doing stuff, or the best ways of doing things, pointing out a few things from mobs and factors you need to involve. And my final design, I may ignore a couple of those things so that I know this farm will work very well as it is. I don't need to have it perfect. It's good enough for my needs. Now, that enables people to take that and do it their own way. Now, I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. So really the whole point of my channel now is trying to enable people to have fun with Minecraft still, even with the updates. And that's what I think is more valuable than anything else at the moment, especially for the continuation of Minecraft. If people lose interest, Minecraft goes down. if people suddenly are told about the new things they can do, have shown examples of them, everything else, then they would be more interested and it would last longer. And if Minecraft lasts longer, then I have more fun for longer. No, I will be honest, I wouldn't be that sad for jumping off Minecraft and starting a new game if it ended. And generally, all the games I've played, as soon as the community starts to die, then it's no fun anymore. So if Minecraft community died, then I wouldn't have any fun on it anymore, to be honest. Just wouldn't. Yeah. But yeah, there's lots of things that I don't know about Minecraft. For instance, on my last video from Let's Play, someone said about having detector rails to see items in chest minecarts through comparators. Now, I didn't think that worked, but I played around with it afterwards after he said it and found that it did, and he had a valid point on it. Now, for what he said he wanted to use it for in the design wouldn't have worked. He came back and said he was wrong, and that was fine. It's a very gracious thing to do that. But yeah, I didn't know that you could use a comparator to see if there was items in a chest minecart or not. No, these things aren't massively known, I guess. Some people sit in the comments say, I knew this or I knew this. No, you don't know everything. There's some tricks and factors and things you don't bring into stuff. But I just thought that in my Let's Plays and my actual videos, especially my King Designs, I show you really good ways of doing things that I think are good. Work on your feedback, come up with a cloud design, so sort of cloud source everything. And that's basically where you give an idea or a problem to a large group of people, and statistically someone in there will be able to contribute to the progression of whatever you're doing. It's a method that's used a lot in science, so physics and things. They have massive online communities that kind of cloud source huge amounts of information and knowledge and questions and everything else into solving a problem much faster than you can do with a little team or just a single person. And that's much more fun because you can come up with something that works for a large amount of people, especially with Minecraft things. Now, there's some things that people would consider that I wouldn't. People might want it to be safe for SMP servers or be friendly on lag and that sort of thing, or efficient small design that would just keep going for a while, not actually lag out everything. No, anything like that. So anything that I can incorporate into my designs and sort of even just talk about, which will enable people to have fun, is what I'm here for at the moment, and that's what I'm enjoying to do. Now, I'm not shoveling out videos. No, I could be doing 5 videos per episode at the moment of my Let's Play. I could easily do a video on every couple of minutes I do, and people will watch it and people will enjoy it and they'll get good ratings and everything else, but it's not what I want to do. Especially when it comes to the gaming morals, I want to feel like I've given across a good video with progression, learning things, having fun, trying to make it non-dull. I know it's not for everyone. My playstyle is not the most exciting for a lot of people, I guess, but it should be knowledgeable and enjoyable on an intellectual level, and a lot of people do enjoy that, and that's really what I've been building my channel up around. So I think I have been talking enough today. I really hope you have enjoyed what I have to say. Hopefully you have some opinions to ask or to voice in the comments. I always love to see them, and I guess this is the time where I should add in another comment. So for the people that are still watching this point, last episode we had a comment saying, well, I suggested if you reached near the end you should write a comment involving animals, and you don't know how much enjoyment and sort of just sheer joy I had from reading those comments, showing the comments to other people and such. They really brightened up my day. People had excellent answers. So last time we had things about animals, so this time we're going to talk about something to do with food. It could be a favourite food, the way you want to eat something. Be imaginative, have some fun with it, and if you haven't gone and read the comments from the last video, go and do it. They were hilarious. Really enjoyed reading them. So guys, you're brilliant. I'm glad you have enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a like. So I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.